This is the story of an ordinary boy and his bike. It is, however, by every measure, an extraordinary tale. Meet Hans Ray. Chances are you've seen his face without knowing the story of how a bike and a dream shaped his life.
Well, I would say Hans Ray is probably one of the most well-known bike riders in the world.
He's, without a doubt, probably had more eyes on him and what he's done than any of the racers or all the racers put together.
I think historically in mountain biking, Hans Ray is like the most well-known mountain biker.
Everywhere I go, Hans Ray. Did you know Hans?
We grew up on Hans Ray. It's like Cheerios.
Hans came to America from his native Germany in 1987 at the age of 20, arriving with little more than a 20-inch bike, a few words of broken English, and a title. Champion of an obscure sport called trials, where competitors ride up, over, and across obstacles.
He'd come to the United States to sort of make a name for himself, and he was very positive in that attitude that he was going to make a name for himself.
When you look at the things that Hans Ray was doing on a bicycle years before the extreme movement, you really get an appreciation for his vision. To take something that every kid knows about, a bicycle, but yet to put that bicycle in places and have that bicycle do things that no one would ever imagine.
He was so far ahead of current standards and technology as far as how the equipment's built. And he had no suspension. He was never breaking anything. I mean, that's phenomenal.
He kind of defines the outer limits of what you can do on a bicycle, and he also defines, the fun you can have riding a bike.
Just a damn good rider, period, right? It's the end of story, right?
By riding his bicycle beyond the limitations of trials, or the entire sport for that matter, Hans transformed the perception of what was possible. This journey has taken him to over 60 countries as a competitor, performer, and goodwill ambassador.
He's a bit of a hero worldwide.
He makes things in a really big fashion. It's the Hans style.
So let's hear for Hans Ray!
It hasn't always been a smooth ride,
There was, after all, the crash that threatened to derail his career.
It's not always as rosy as it looks to the outside, being this professional athlete. But
I'm totally amazed what a bicycle has brought me over the last 20 years, and I would have never dreamt of to go this route.
Hold on for a wild ride through 2 decades of mountain biking history as we chronicle Hans No Way Ray's pioneering journey in pursuit of his dream.
It was never a dream about fame and success. It was a dream about following my passion.